Master Monster here, with Ghost on. I have already played this game and beaten it. So I'm just gonna start up a new game here. There isn't many reviews out for this game. I don't think this game has been played by a lot of people. I think it just released. But I also think there's not a lot of people like looking at it. I can't actually skip this. But this is a nice little game. It's a Metroidvania game, so if you're not into Metroidvanias, or if you've just, I think this is a good game for all you Hollow Knight players that aren't looking for like the same gameplay as Hollow Knight, like the sword slashing, because this is more of a shooting melee hybrid, but you don't have to use melee that much. I don't think there's a single enemy type that requires you to use melee. But it includes voice acting, which is amazing. It doesn't always, but not all the interactions have voice acting all the way through, but some of them do.
Hello?
But yeah, so this is the game. If you go off to the left, there's a harder, like, kind of thing, but you can still take him down without really any trouble. It only killed me like 5 times to learn his like moveset, but the game isn't that hard to play. Just the whole story from the beginning, and like any good Metroidvania, you still go back here when you get more movement abilities. So as you can see, your gun gets hot, so this is kind of the game kind of pushes you to shoot with your gun and then go in for melee hits or do some shooting, dodge like a potential attack by just either moving out of the way or backing up. A lot of the enemies don't have like a lot of really good tracking moves, so it's not a bad idea to shoot them and then just like back up. There is a invulnerability dash you can unlock later on, so you can dash through enemies. And this game's story is actually pretty good. I don't want to spoil anything about the story. That's kind of why I decided to start a new game, because I didn't know where I was in the story. But yeah, you can totally kill this guy. This one does not turn around. And this is what you can use to abuse his eye. So for those of you watching this video, here you go. These things you don't necessarily need to shoot. They are going to deal a bit of damage to you. He's going to do like a thing where he runs across. He won't hurt you if he runs into you. I'd say avoid standing near this tree branch, because it will prevent you from jumping over him. You can't get too greedy, obviously, because it's going to take you forever to kill him. Not forever. It depends on how many times you're able to get in melee. Oh, already messing up. I actually want to see if I can just do this for a sec. $106, holy snap, that's a lot of damage. The gun does do more damage when you're closer. But the shots don't go, the shots don't, the hitbox doesn't say it's active as it looks on that screen. Unless I get close to him, he's not going to actually take more than 3s. It can be a little scary getting close because he has Spore attack. Oops. I fat thumbed. Oh, he's gonna just keep doing that. Alright, that's annoying. Alright, you kind of want him to run. You kind of want to chase him and then jump over him. Get this going, and then I think he generates based on how much damage you do, but you can just kind of run away from them. They won't follow you that long. I was just outside of range, almost just outside of range. But yeah, that's how you gotta take out that first guy. I figured I'd include that in here. Because at some point I needed to die in this, and I figured it was gonna be probably the only way I die in this first second section. So you do lose your health, little sections of your health. This is easy as going to a giant robot, which acts like your it's not necessarily your save point. It's more of your upgrade station. Hello, sir. Killing this guy doesn't give you any sort of major progression tool, but it will give you. It will get you a his cannon arm, which doesn't fire like that. He just doesn't know how to shoot his weapon properly. Here, I was trying to jump over you. Can you not? So you can kind of just wait to come back here when you have full health. You don't take him on right away. In fact, I think when you find your first robot, you'll get up, or your first save point actually, you'll get full health, and then you can probably come back here and defeat him. As you can see, you have the like dropple your nano gel on death kind of thing going on here, which is no different than Hollow Knight. Someone I watched for a review, he said he played it for an hour and it sucks. This game, I wouldn't say it's the greatest game, but it's certainly got, you know, enough going for it. This is a very small game, so you have to kind of, you can't really expect, like, it feels a lot like Hollow Knight, probably because it's, you know, the art style seems, ow, I did that. The art style feels somewhat similar, to it, although it's been a while since I played Hollow Knight, so it's not like I'm looking side by side. But yeah, they give you your map right away. You know, just part of progressing. You can't actually not get the map unless you've already played through the game and gone to New Game Plus, which this isn't really a spoiler, but they do add more attacks. At least I haven't played too much of New Game Plus. But the blue guys you kill, these guys, they do drop those spores and you shoot them on New Game Plus. And I'm not sure what other enemies might have additional attacks, but that's the only one I know of so far. And that's okay. I don't really care too much. But your melees can stop enemy attacks too, so it's getting this close might seem really bad, but it's not as bad as you would think. There is a stamina meter. The blue stamina, the purple, which you won't get to until later, is going to be your power, and it regenerates over time a lot. Like the stamina is just slightly different. This is the first mini boss you run into, but it's really just. It's no different than the other little guy, because it has a lot more health. By a lot, I mean it just takes a little bit extra to go down. So now if I wanted to go back and kill him, I probably could, because I probably wouldn't make that many mistakes against him, because I already know how to take him down. But I'm not going to do that for the sake of this review. Yeah, like I said, everything's not strictly text-based. I think, if I remember correctly, everything in Hollow Knight was strictly text-based. There was no voice acting. I actually kind of hope when TCRE finally releases Silksong, whenever that is, because that's kind of why I started to play this. It was like, oh, it has that, you know, they're both Metroidvanias, but also this game kind of makes me want to play Metroid Dread. It's a game I could have played on my Switch, and I know if you're seeing this on Xbox, I actually don't know what other consoles this game is on, but Metroid Dread is essentially like Samus. Like you got your arm, you aim it, you shoot the critters. I haven't played many Samus games, but see, you can make repairs here. It's actually not that expensive at all to make repairs. It's more of just you know, it's just a thing. The word I want to use here is slipping me, but you know, I think there's no harder difficulty, so and these upgrades are I couldn't really tell you much about this upgrade system. I mean, I think you saw my old save is level 32. Like I'm not exactly sure. It doesn't exactly tell you. It just highlights green what's gonna go up, and I guess you get to see it go up. But I really wish one of the big knocks I could say the level up system could have used a little bit more polish. Tell you exactly, like if I level up gunpowder, does it go up more than if I like, you know, is it better to level up resolve to get my HP up, or vigor, which basically exclusively gets it up? So it's like one of those things. The suit, you can press and hold down at any time or when you're at a save point, and you can go in and you'll have, you know, you can switch out your weapons. Leveling up is mostly, I think the biggest change honestly is just the more power you can use more weapons. I don't know if there's a cap on power because I haven't. It gets kind of expensive around level 30 something. It starts carrying 1,000 and then some. So I didn't really you know, like massively level my character. Although I did find a good place to farm in a later game area. I can tell you now there's mods to increase the range of this blaster, because you can see it doesn't really go too far. But I will say the range increase is really only to make it it only really makes this a better poking weapon. The blaster, like 30s, 40s, you know, high 40s when they're right next to you, versus, you know, the 12s and 3s, like if I shoot from here. Well, if I could shoot them from here. Versus 14s, 12s, you know. But the range increase isn't like it like doubles the range of the blaster. The big thing about going and getting that guy killed early on is it gives you your first power up, and the weapon he gives you, which you use the special weapons by pressing Y if you're on Xbox. Like I said, I don't know if this is on any other consoles, but it'd probably be whatever's up on your right buttons. You know, if you're on PlayStation, it's probably some other button. And his blaster that he drops will just hit anything that you can see on your screen. Whereas this is kind of not going to do that. I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, I should have held the button. Like I said, the game's not tough. Although, I did already play through it and get like a fair amount of deaths, so I already know the enemy attacks. It's not a game you want to just like run into, jump down and then a group of enemies. I'd say if you can find a way to take enemies out from afar before jumping up to them, or jumping into a group, you should. But, I mean, I think that goes for any game. You can say the same thing about Dark Souls, really. Luring them out one by one is always going to be a strategy. I'm not sure how other games played. This is my first kind of, like, Samus-like game. I played the Metroid Dread demo, but I never actually, like, bought the game. So that's why I said this game kind of makes me want to play that game a bit, buy it and play it. The story, I'm trying to remember. I hope I'm going the right way. It does take a little bit to like wandering through this area to get to the story, but it's not that bad. It's like past these guys and up and around. That's where I'm kind of trying to get to, so you can really see like the characters and stuff. Ow. You do kind of have to wait for your gun to recharge if you're not planning on running in melee. It's fine. We live these. I don't think you can hit me from down here. Yeah. Easy. Man, I did take a bunch of hits, but you know. That's probably the hardest section in the beginning. But just, you know, be patient, let your gun recharge. These bats are super easy too. If I get hit. Just, their AI kind of just, they kind of wander in a set area and then they'll only go out if you get too close. But they die to like one blaster shot. Pretty much. I don't think they survive blaster shot unless they're like at max range. So you just knock them out. It's all good. It's all good. Let's see. I think I have to get. Am I going the right way? I know I have to get there. I'm just trying to remember if this is the way to there. There isn't. I really wish I could have gotten to the story quicker. The more story bits. This is a. This game has a lot more story, I think, than. Or at least a lot more easy. Is it easy to understand? Is it really though? I was about to say it's pretty easy to understand. I'd say the main goal of it is easier to understand than, you know, than like basically the only other game I played like this, like Hollow Knight. I don't think this game is anything like that. Outside of like maybe the whole that you have, you know, character setup is different, but it plays a lot differently. I mean, Hollow Knight, you're trying to melee pretty much everything, but this game, not really. Oh, that's right. I can't do anything with this. I forgot. It's just like a little area. Oh wait, can I not do it? Oh, I should be able to go up here, right? Oh, that's right. There is a little thing. I was like, what is the? Those enemies right there, those particular spore things, don't actually respawn for some reason. I'm not sure why. See, I can't hit that guy. I gotta be close to him. Oh, he's a little. Okay, and here's your phase dash. This is gonna be like your dodge roll or whatever you want to call it. See, you get like little blurb things. If you're playing through the game and you just stand still for half a second, or maybe a little longer than half a second, honestly, she will make comments on other characters as well that she's met. I'm not sure if I stand still here, I wonder if she'll say anything. You should take it. You just wait a bit. I'm just trying to test it out, honestly, because I've gotten her to do it a few times, but I've never actually. Yeah, I think you have to actually. She have to have something to say. She obviously doesn't. So yeah. before you tell me it's a robot. It can't be a she. It is a female voice, even if it is a robot. Robots can have genders, people. Don't let Pokemon lie to you. Is it Voltorb and Megaton? Are those the... My back!
Hello? Not bad.
My back! This character's funny. I like her.
Can she hear us? Will she find us?
That's very important. You can actually find that character. You do not need to find that character to progress the game in any way, though. It's one of the cool, like, little shortcut areas. I forgot that you get dash. Dash is like when things start becoming less of a slog. I don't know if I was supposed to run into this character. Ah! Oh, you got him recharged. You gotta be careful about dashing too much. Okay, he's just running at me like the other one. Plasma burner. Okay, so see, whenever you get a weapon and you just want to equip it, you just go over here to your modules. I hit the wrong button, and you can just plug it in if you have the power for it, and you pop it back up. And now you have a long-range weapon. But it also sets things on fire. I will say there isn't a lot of enemies you can set on fire, but a lot of the basic beginning enemies can be set on fire.